This is day 1446 of Shulchan Yomi, as we have been doing for some time already, dedicating the exclusive learning Arukh HaShulchan to the tzlacha of our soldiers in Gaza against the wicked people, the Machshon, the Zichram of Hamas and other terrorist organizations. Today we're doing Yoredea Kuf Tzadik, of course, for a while still. Mem Dalet Sinum Base. It's getting started. Mem Dalet. Odis Magor says more to Kesam Nitza Bedu Tzavua, a stain which is found on our color garment. Ainum Matame Kesam Samatame. Kachum Chazal said Shlu Tiknu Big from Lisha. The only reason why they said women should wear colored clothing is to be lenient on their stains. Because stains are not recognizable as complete blood. Leniently. Big day see morning, a woman should wear colored clothing. They like to make something to save herself from stains. Any color is not matami with the stains. However, Begashish bar big vanim, garment which has many colors, part white and part colored. It's like this, the entire garment. And the stain went from white strip to white strip with it the interruption of the color. But the stain went across all those lines. True, the color part does not join up to make a gris. So it's not an interruption. Even the two white sections of the size of gris, it's masking to this. And some people are machmir that the color part is join together to make up the gris, together with the white. Tzarchin. That is not sure about. Bracket says here, the chavas das, you cut and test. Evidently to be machmir. Maybe Ryan Mechubas a Ramah Shabbataz Subsiman Zan Sham. Fancy Demi a cloud. Arushan rejects this comparison. The Hachar Chacham Tikun Shlo Thomas Kesem B'Tzivayin. Since the Chacham made Hakona not to consider stains on colored clothing, how can we join them together? Vav shall P Dibe Rashi Shebeni Yeshli Hashem. Even according to Rashi, which he brought down, you can resolve this issue. Not sure which Rashi is referring to. Rashi says, I guess here you would say, according to Rashi, that it is near Kamar Dam Gomor. Because it's on the white, it's near Dam Gomor. Mimela, there's what's in the middle is also vice dois. It's Dam Gomor. Never doesn't seem that was Rashi's intent. Back out of her brackets. Some people say that big colored garments only work to affect the tara of the garment, not the tara of the woman. Most Muslims don't hold that way. And their opinion of those who are say it only applies to the tumah of the garden, not to the tumah of the isha, are not put down in shulchan. Mem hey, not everywhere she finds a stain on her body she tummy. And specifically, it's limited to places where the blood might have come from her private parts. Then she's tummy. A woman who sees a stain on her skin, it's opposite of genitals. She's tummy. It's not opposite of genitals. Torah, she's Torah. The Kim Shiv Shar, the Yinatev Sham Min HaMakor. It's a place in which it's not possible that blood will drip there from the genitals. We're not concerned that maybe she swiped the blood with her hand and put it down there. In which case you have to touch with her hands But Makor, the place of the blood is emerging from um, uh, Shali be that Makor Baya Bodam and Blanev take him Nikol Biyodea, Bosa Mako Shaguf, and then immediately she touched with her hands that place on the body. So then Makom says Shaguf, and that place got colored. I did damage should be there by the blood in her hands. Not Hashem is not concerned with that. They ain't Makzikin, Tuma Miyakamakam. We don't assume take Tuma and assume since the place A goes to place B. So Rashba. Pisa Shakamar says the Imnis Dakra, meaning she lifted up her legs so high. Then she's telling me everywhere you find a kesim. Obviously, in such a scenario, it can come from inside to anywhere on her body. What are the regions opposite the genital area? On her heel, on the tip of her thumb. Tamea, I think it means the tip of a big toe. Shokov al parasosea, on her thighs and on her feet. Maybe if it's on the inside, it's tame, and so it's front. Miyachut Torah, but on the outside, it's Torah. But starting mechanical Torah, and on the sides, both places, it's Torah. Uvir Advar explains the nimtza al okay tamea. If she finds it on the heel, she's tmeah. Shemanaga okay based on turba, because maybe her heel touched her genitals. When she sat like the Arabs, who sit by putting their legs underneath their buttocks. And the heel will come opposite that place in the body, the genitals. According to this, would seem, being in our country, people don't sit like that. Certainly, it's Torah. It should be Torah. Why did the make this explicit? Also, Ramah was in our environs. Lama lo so why didn't you say this? We have to say the Chachin Shema Yoshva Kain V'lav Adaita. We're afraid that maybe she sat down this way, cross-legged, and she didn't pay attention. Avobemis nearly day time in the yeshiva shmelim. Says Arukh HaShulchan, but to me it seems that the real reason is not because of the way the Arabs sit. And I feel even the way we sit. Mishkachas law, you can have scenarios. You reglea both those mat, where her legs were extended a bit, or smuchas al sapsel katan, or next to each other on a small bench. Do I even say okay, mamish connected osamakam? Then the heel is mamish opposite the genitals. Okay, man, the blood falls on the heel. But the poskim said that maybe she does Delphi Medina some Bisfarad. That's according to their country in Spain. That's where they sit. They say now, no much about them. In our country will say it came some other way there. Mem Zain. Varosh Kadla, on the tip of the big toe. Kosher mamish, it's certainly on her legs themselves, kind of on. It's tummy. Aval shara, it's both like that, but on other toes, which are distant from the from her front-facing genitals. Tahira, she is tar. Excuse me. Reaction Stockton says something I'm not sure about this. It's a shach. Make a you see. Somebody, but somebody who's lean doesn't lose. That's probably a lot. It's only the big toe. As Minchas Yaakov Tzijutar. V'zesh Shaniu HaShoka Bapa. So Sam, if need to make that what you said on her thigh and her feet on the inside. It's Tamei. So Kol Arukh Shoka. That's an entire length of her thigh, Parsosea, and her footsteps. Mivnim on the inside. And the Bakim said because these are the places where they cling together. Mode when they desist. The Tibak Rega move on. And Tibak Rega Berega and foot will get entangled. Foot with shock, and thigh with thigh. Until the place where the rib cage, some place in the rib cage, and the rib cage itself is like in the inside. Tamu Rabbi and Masha Rambam the Torah Shmitos there. Many people are standing that the Rambam and the Torah left out this entire halacha. Benir Lani was the Memches. Benir Lani was like, it seems to me that Rambam the Torah Hoyel and Peush Acher Gemara. Rambam Torah had a different shot in the Gemara. Because exactly the Mishnah, when you infer for the Mishnah properly, tonight it says Ashoka Parpas Osel and her thigh and on her feet. Mifnim to me, it's on the inside. It's on the shoulder. Gemara. Or asked by Mifnim at Hecha on the inside to where the yeshiva they say Amakam Chavak. So a place where Chavak I think is where legs pressed together. Chavak, that's when they asked about that place itself. But say the Gam Chavak have the feelings and when legs pressed together, it's also on the inside. But Yeshiv Mar, we can astonish. What's asking on the inside of to where? Even on her feet, to what it goes down to the ground, it's also matami. They're asking widthwise on the thigh. It's also obvious. That it's on the inside place where they're connected is Tameh. This must be a completely different question. And that is the by a human being, whether they're male or female, all the body is connected together. But and from the top of the thigh, it divides in two. And the place of the genitals protrudes on the bottom beneath the from the head from the top of the thigh. And I would ask on the inside up to a point. Klamar begova, going up, or in that area, up there. The Adami base of us on the table the blood from the genitals should drip downwards and not upwards. Came a mokum appeared should go on my base erva, so a place where they split, which is higher than the base erva. Absolutely tired, Sham, we can say it's Torah, Kamo Ima and Nimsa Kresa Baliba, because it was found on her stomach and on her heart, stomach being above the waist. It was down where that says mokum chavak kamar tzofa yachim ilamala, until the top of the end of the thigh from above. So chavak is where the legs meet together on top. Even though it's a little bit above the place of the arrow, which goes downwards, because it's juxtaposed. It's possible roll to there. That's when they ask the place of the chavak itself. The soap hagomer, and meaning the very little end, the very literal end. The place where the body begins to be one. It's not considered to be distant enough from the base erva. Makes a difference. The Mishnah Shomer al Shoka. So the question the Mishnah says on her thigh, the law Kol Shoka, not on all of her thigh. Rambam Matur Kosvu, Shekosvu Kol Arukh Shoka. Matur wrote the entire length of the shok is a problem. Melu Hudulam Yamalu Gamre. So that this place which we're talking about must be above it altogether. Find a Makom Shanikam B'Shem Shama still go this place from a place that's clear the body is splitting apart. So that's the place the chavak itself. B'sham nikar period. You can see the distinction. Shows sipul lamar al kol. Shows sipul lamar al kol orech. And the entire length nichla b'zeh is included in this. Mem test. Oda mina b'gemara Shem says Gemara the kshenimtza but hakesem al kisha it was said when the stain is found on the knuckles of her fingers. Klomar al gava yad, meaning the back of the hand. It's not because we think she checked herself with the one hand, then put it on the other hand. We don't say tumah flies from place to place. El mishum sheyadayim askariyosim, but because hands are busy. V'amir, we say shechnisas gav yodel samako, she must have put the back of her hand in that place, in the genitals. And she caused the blood come out. Yes, she's one of those who say that dafka she yoda the shabbat kasatz. She says she checked herself. Thus, Hashem echnisa yoda b'omek. Then we're concerned that maybe she put her hand deeply adshe hadam hu agav, so the blood is on the back of the hand. I was telling Hashem, but by default we're not concerned. It's Rashba. Either we don't know that the wine rose. It's not right. Sorry, we don't the blood. Before even though we don't know that she came in contact with the blood, we're concerned. Saying because the hands are busy. And she checked herself, was not really checking, but touching down there. The lava daita, I guess, can be considered she checked the lava daita too, although it's very difficult to conceive of that. No, mil masha the raka gabi gav kisha it's well smell. It sounds like it's only on the top of the knuckles it's telling. Avagai pisa yad, but in the palm of the hand, Torah. She's Torah. The yevshal adam avol sham raki makam acher. The blood can't come there from inside, only for somewhere else. They don't assume tumah makam makam. We don't assume tumah came from place to place. Those are the ones who says it says I clear, I'm positive I didn't touch the genitals, and then man she's permitted. Don't say maybe she touched and forgot. If she doesn't say anything, then we could just that she actually checked. It's clearly checked. But not much says for sure I didn't touch it. Bracket says here the Sidrei Tara, which okay, not important. No. Friday spots already become clear. The dictionary is darker. She jumps up and picks her legs up on high. She's talking about every place where she finds a stain on her skin. I feel even above the genitals because she lifted her legs way up. Whether in front of her or back of her. But still has to be opposite the makor. Whether it's in her stomach or her back. I mean, it's certain terms, it's from the side, it's tar. Because the blood could not have gotten there, as is obvious. Nun base. The die, you show the afagad, the kesem shal chaluka is by the tonim b'shuk shal tabachim. Even though we're going to see with a kesem on her garment, if she walked through a butcher's market, so that's because someone she's involved in staining stuff, or with damim or with blood, that we can assume that it comes from there is not dam nida. When the skin, when the blood is on the skin, we don't say any of these justifications. The time in the meal, the reason is if the blood came from elsewhere, you should have found the blood in her garments, not below basara, and not her on her skin. I'm not sure why. Yeah, obviously, it has to be. Because regarding what's going to confront the blood first. Later on, I'm going to see that we find the blood in her inner clothing. What's the translation of her inner robe? She's anadi robe retola. We don't say we don't say if it came from the outside. You should have found the blood in the outer robe. By clothing, you can say that she lifted up the top one. That's why the blood came on the bottom one. But for some reason, by her skin, you can't say that. She says why. She's not going to lift her whole garment up when she's sitting or when she's walking. Maybe it's possible underneath her skirt, the blood spurted out. The blood which she was dealing with. Nevertheless, came the nimtza adam b'sar. Since you only find the blood on her skin, it's like evidence. That the blood came from her body. Actually, in the Chet Gomer would say, even though it's not completely compellingly necessary to say that. I am Mesiv Samach Tes is saying, it's the second time in this piece, he's already said to look at Samach Tes.